Hey, what's up out there in Bassline? It's Jeff from jeffrey-thomas.com, and I'm going to go ahead and preview through page 1 of my bass tab for Brick House by the Commodores. So make sure you're following the link in the description to the tab on my website, and we'll walk through page 1 nice and slow. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's come back in and talk about some details. First of all, this is like probably the classic funk track of the world, isn't it? I mean, Jesus. So yeah, this is one to know if you're a working bassist, period. Um, for those of you who are new to slap, here's kind of how I'm approaching it. Thumb is going to take care of this line here. So basically the whole first measure. And if you look down the line, every one of those first measures is exactly the same. I'll go ahead and put some time on this and we'll count through the first measure. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and up, 4, and. So that's what's up with the first measure. 1, 2, and 3, and up, 4, and. All slapping. Next measure. Pop. And basically, when I slap, I just kind of keep this like hitchhiking thing going, right? So my hand is like in lightly. I'm not really clenched, making like a super hard fist. And when you do that, the distance between your thumb and your first finger is almost a perfect octave, you know, from like your fourth string to your second. And then from your third to your first. So that if you don't have to change anything here in your right hand to get that if you have this set up right. So anyway, second measure, top line, pop and a hammer on. Back to slap, right? Grace note slide from 5 to 7. And a dotted eighth on top of that. So let me count that second measure for you. So it's 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a. And if all this mumbo jumbo counting that I'm doing is confusing you, I would definitely start looking at some lessons on counting 16th notes, because 16th notes and funk are like peanut butter and jelly, or peanut butter and chocolate, however you're feeling. You've definitely got to have the understanding of the syncopation of 16th notes. Otherwise, it doesn't matter if your technique is right, your rhythm is off. So, sorry to break the news to you on that one. But anyway, more intermediate players, advanced players should probably agree that absolutely funk playing is going to require understanding your 16th notes. All right, moving into the second line. 1, 2, and 3, and a 4, and 1 E, and a 2, and 3 E, and a 4, and just a funky slide up into 12. And I made sure that I checked out a video of this guy playing it live, the actual dude from the Commodores, because I wasn't sure what he was doing with his left hand, and I got some good tips on what he's doing. So all the fingerings I have for the left hand are following what he's doing. Third line down, we start the same thing. 1, 2, and 3 E, and up, 4, and. Next measure. 1 E, and a 2, and 3 E, and a 4, and. Just pop in that 5 on the and a 4. Fourth line. 1, 2, and 3 E, and a 4, and. Now this gets bitchin'. Second measure, fourth line. 1, and 2 E, and 3 and 4E and up. And I'm popping all of that. So slapping here on that 5, 1, and popping that pull off, coming back in, slapping the 7 and the 5, and then slapping the 5 to get that pull off there. So let me take that measure slow. It's kind of intricate. So 1. Okay, let me run that with the metronome. Ready, go. 1. Okay, cool. Then we hit the chorus. 5th line is the chorus. Pretty much common stuff there. And then down to the last line. Okay, so he finishes that last measure a little bit different. 1E and a 2 and 3E and a 4 and then pull off to the open 3rd string. Okay, so hopefully that's a cool walkthrough. One other thing I wanted to touch on is where these scale notes are coming from. This is definitely a Dorian groove. I'm not going to get into the theory of what a Dorian scale is, but I have one written for you. And so let's come up to the 5th fret, and we'll make sure we're alternating here in the right hand with I and M. So 1, 3, 4 finger-wise on the 4th string. 1, 3 on the 3rd string. Cut back to the 4th fret on the 2nd string. 1, 2, 4, and then 1, 2, 4 on the 1st string. Right there, that lick, the end of the 4th line. Okay, that's out of a Dorian scale. Okay, so a little bit of theory, a little bit of fun, a little bit of rhythm. Just another day here. Anyway, hopefully that was a good walkthrough for you and get you started on the tune. I am going to be finishing this one up. Page 1 so far on the tab, but go ahead and hit me up if you're interested in getting what I have for page 1, and then I will continue sending out the updates as I have them done. Alrighty, thanks a lot.